And every film has something which is very common. For example, punch dialogue, backlight, sex or love.
What was the biggest memory of watching a Malayalam movie?
I really want to see Fahad Fasil act in front of the camera because he's a fantastic actor. So I wanted to make a gangster film by not touching any of these subjects. So I wanted to do something which I haven't tried in my life. So that is what I always do with films. As an actor, as a director, I believe in a film which is very subtle and very real to life.
Hi, hello viewers, welcome to FilmiBeat Malayalam. ഇന്ന് നമ്മുടെ കൂടെയുള്ള ഗസ്റ്റിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എനിക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഫിലിം മേക്കറെ ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് അറിയില്ല. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ ഒരുപാട് മേക്കേഴ്സ് നമുക്ക് ക്ലോസ് ടു ഹാർട്ടായിട്ട് സിനിമകൾ ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ക്ലോസ് ടു ഹാർട്ട് മാത്രമല്ല, നമുക്ക് റിലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഭയങ്കര കൾട്ടായിട്ടുള്ള സിനിമ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ഒരാളാണ് നമ്മുടെ കൂടെയുള്ളത്. 𝐕𝐢𝐽𝐜 ഋഷഭവാഹന എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒറ്റ സിനിമ മതി അദ്ദേഹത്തെ ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യാൻ. The one and only Rakshit Shetty. Rakshit bhai, welcome to this.
Thank you so much.
எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm good.
Kerala enjoy.
Yeah. The thing is, I really love the culture here, and the weather is almost same as my native town, Mangalore. And the food is almost similar because we eat a lot of fish and non-veg food. So I'm enjoying, and people are good.
How's Kerala food?
It's very nice, and it's very similar to Mangalore food. So it's very nice. So I enjoy a lot of.
So 𝐕𝐢𝐽𝐜 ഋഷഭവാന. It's like. One of my friends put the status that okay, this is the moment where the whole Shiva roar into the Mangalore city. It's very different from what we have seen earlier. But how did you ended up pointing something like that?
I wanted to do something which I haven't tried in my life. So that is what I always do with films. Because for me, art is a medium where we can explore a lot about ourselves. In the process, we become better as human beings. So I wanted to explore something which I haven't done, and gangster was one genre which I didn't know how to make it. So I had to study before I make a film.
And I want to make it in my style.
In my style. The reason is, normally when I see a gangster film, there are cult classic films, and every film has something which is very common. For example, punch dialogue, backlight, sex or love, or these kind of backlight, these kind of elements. So I wanted to make a gangster film by not touching any of these subjects. So in that sense, I wanted to make a film which is very new to me. So when I make a film which is very new to me, I believe it will be new to audience because I don't know how to write it, I don't know how to execute it. I need to study, I need to learn, I need to explore, and then I make a movie. And that should look fresh to the audience. So that was the effort with 𝐕𝐢𝐽𝐜.
So Kirana told that, okay, I don't know whether Raj bhai is able to pull this off, or Raj bhai is not confident that okay, he's able to pull it off. So, and why this was attracted, or Charlie was attracted?
So Kiran Raj, I said, actually, I had my suspicions because as an actor, as a director, I believe in a film which is very subtle and very real to life. And Kiran Raj is a person who takes real life situations and makes it cinematic. So that is the difference between us two. And when he wanted to cast me for that role, it was a little larger than life, or the way he explains was a little cinematic or filmy. So that is where I said, are you very sure that I can do this? And he's like, no.
Because it's not my zone.
No, it's not my zone. So he said, no, you look perfect. And said, if you say so, I'll do so. And then when I came to set, whenever I performed, I was always used to ask him. And he used to guide me because he really knew what he wanted. So that is the reason he said that, and that is the reason I had my suspicions. And the reason I took this project was, I believe in Rakshit Shetty. Because Rakshit is a filmmaker who always strive to make films which are very much valuable to him. So in that sense, he is a good asset to Indian film. So to get associated with him, and I'm a person who really love pets, especially dogs.
So I think in his house there is eight
dogs. Yeah, 4 dogs at home and 4 dogs at office. So in around 3 to 4 kilometers, I have 8 dogs. So I really wanted to associate for the purpose this film has towards animal welfare or caring. So those are the reasons that I had to play this role, and I'm very happy that I played this role.
So when we see Tamasha is official, not officially, it's an adapted version of 𝐕𝐢𝐽𝐜 𝐸𝐻𝐻. And when we say that, we just connected to that character. So is that a real life? Many real life things goes to the life of the Rakshit Shetty when we see 𝐕𝐢𝐽𝐜.
See, whenever you're a person who like how 𝐕𝐢𝐽𝐜 started. was a very different thing. Like, I really want, see, as a person, I'm a bald person. As a person, I always believed I'm not attractive. But I wanted people to accept me as I am. But when you asked about the preferences that I want about my girlfriend, I always had a, I always wanted a beautiful girl. So then I actually looked like a hypocrite to myself. Because I wanted people to accept me as I am. But I wanted to accept somebody who is very beautiful. So that is not right. So those are the questions I always ask. Why am I so? I really wanted to find. And then when I found this question, found this story of a bald person, I explored the same
midpoints.
Yeah, through these characters. And for every bald person or a fat person, body shaming is very normal. Because somebody who is very low wants to feel very high by teasing a person who he thinks is lower than him. Maybe by appearance, maybe by education, maybe by like money or fame. He wants to dominate him so that he feels better. That's a very sad condition of human beings. But for this character, I always believed whatever I faced as a bald person, I take it very lightly. I laugh about it. But what if a person who is a Kannada lecturer, who is not strong enough, who is not confident enough, what would happen to him if he faced the same thing? So that was the exploration I did. So I really draw inspiration from the experiences that I have in my life. So I never see something as a bad experience or a good experience. I see it as experiences. From those experiences, if something really strikes, stories or plots might get up or get arise. Yeah.
So when we look into Malayalam cinema or we generalize into the South cinema, it means like Malayalam cinema is like where we look up to the content-oriented movies.
Yes.
So I think you have said earlier that you have been an admirer of LJP,
Yep.
Fahad Fazil, etc. So what was the biggest memory of watching a Malayalam movie?
So I really was mesmerized when I saw Anjali Menon's Bangalore Days. Anwar Rashid sir produced it. When I saw that movie, I was almost in the starting state of my career where I was trying to write. I was not a filmmaker yet. And I saw Alfonso Putran's Premam. So when I saw those movies, I was mesmerized by the fact that like simple things can be said so very beautifully. So those are the memories that I have. Those are the memories to which I owe my career to. With that, like there are many other language films too. Ulidavaru Kandante was my biggest inspiration because it represented my culture the way it is.
The Karnataka.
The Karnataka, especially the Mangalore or South Kannada culture. So it represented so very well. When a film strikes a chord within you, I really feel that is an inspiration. So that happened with a lot of films. And after that also, I really loved all Dilish Pothan's works. So, and LJP's work or Fahad Fazil's work. So I really love their work and I really watch them as a fan.
Oh, what actor you want to just direct him, something like that in Malayalam?
I really want to see Fahad Fazil act in front of the camera because he's a fantastic actor. So I really might see him and I really might enjoy because there is no joy for a writer or a director to see an actor better his script. I think Fahad Fazil is one actor who easily does it.
So when we come into the market of the film, there is some commercial as a satellite, box office, something like that. And now it can be said as an OTT also. Because OTT is a huge opportunity for the content-oriented movies. Because the content has a huge reach. So how do you see as an OTT movie for the better content reach?
See, normally what happens is when you write a film, the commerciality or the commercial selling value of the film should be always kept in mind. So with OTT, it is always about content. It is not about the selling value. Even if it's a good film, which might not sell well, or which might serve niche audience. In OTT, we have that niche audience in a big number. Because when a Malayalam or a Kannada film releases in OTT, it is not at all a Malayalam cinema anymore. It is not a Kannada cinema anymore. It is a cinema. So any person from Bengal or from Assam, anybody can watch it. So every state's niche audience will watch a movie which is made for niche audience and the crowd will be in a large number. I think that platform was never available for a filmmaker. So in that sense, it actually helps us to tell stories which can be told only in OTT.
Oh.
Like theatre, it might not work because only Kerala market it might not work. But when it comes to OTT, it might work beautifully well. I think that's the biggest aspect of OTT.
So, your vision is as a director is on the higher side. I think so. Can we expect a larger than life movie from Rakshit Shetty?
See, I never plan my future at all. Whatever inspires me, I try writing that. So if one day something, if I really, because that is something I don't know right now, to write a character, to write a film which is larger than life. If one day I really want to do it just because I don't know it, then I really need to learn it and do it. So I would look for that day, but if it comes, I would definitely do a film like that.
So, as an actor, is there any upcoming project, something like that?
There are several discussions, but I'm always claim myself to be a reluctant actor because I'm not here to become a star. So I act only because it brings joy. But many of the projects that I have done after 𝐿𝐿𝐴 𝐿𝐴 hasn't brought me joy because the way I believed it can be shaped up, it didn't happen that way. So I'm being very choosy, or I'm being very reluctant. So let me see, like if I do something, it might be, and it should be something which brings value and joy to my life.
So I'm just very curious about it. Do you remember the moment I just want to be an actor you are deciding?
No, actually everything in my life was very accidental. I never thought or never wanted to be a filmmaker or an actor. When I wrote 𝐿𝐿𝐴 𝐿𝐴 and when I couldn't find any actors, so that is when my producer asked me like, you need to act because we cannot find any actors. So that was an accidental decision. Finally, it worked for me.
So all the best, Raj Bhaiya.
Thank you so much. Thank you.